Good morning, sir, and my fellow mates. I, Aditya Khatri, and all my team members are going to explain the Henry Fayol's Principle of Management. And my team members are Anubhav, Manoj, Piyush, Vikas, Sahil, Kirti, Muskan, and Nishra. Thank you.
Now, we all are going to introduce you to the first principle of Henry Fayol, which is division of work. In this act, Manoj is the manager.
Nishta, you will be finance in charge, and Muskan, you will be marketing in charge, and Aditi, you will be production in charge.
All the three in charges are confused.
I'm not able to understand my work.
Yeah, it's most confusing.
It's very confusing.
Yes.
Due to this, our company will suffer from loss.
Here, the principle of division of work is violated because each work is divided to the wrong person. Now, we will be following this rule and see the difference.
Nishta, you will be marketing in charge, Muskan, you will be production in charge, and Aditya, you will be finance in charge.
All the three in charges are satisfied with their work.
Now I'm able to understand my work.
Yes, it is not more confusing anymore.
It's not confusing anymore. It's very easy.
Yes.
Now by following the Fayol's principle, we can achieving the desired goals.
Here, principle of division of work is followed and each work is performed efficiently and divided into specialist tasks and performed by the specialist.
Greeting to Sir Mansingh and my noble audience. As we all are aware and excited for an amazing act of Grade 12 Commerce, which is based on the Fayol's Principle of Management, which we have extracted from the Business Study Grade 12 NCERT. So, myself Neha Sambria and I am representing my team as a team captain, and my team are comprises of Aman Khatri, Yashwant Rawat, Rajneesh Kumar, Sameer Khatri, Yash Parashar, Rakshit, Hina and Purva Saab. Apart from this, I would like to thank Sir Mansingh for giving us such an incredible opportunity to showcase our talent and for an innovative learning. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. Without taking much of your time, I would like to proceed with our act. Thank you so much.
So our first principle is authority and responsibility. Here, authority refers to give an order, and in an organization, manager should have necessary authorities to carry out his/her responsibility.
Why are you guys making noise? Just maintain discipline. Okay. Stand up and raise your hands.
What's going on here? Purva, you don't have the authority to punish them.
Now, responsibility has been given to the sports captain, but authority is not. Here, Fayol principle was volunteer. There should be equal balance between authority and responsibility.
Now we present to you another Fayol's principle, that's discipline. Here, Vikas is the boss and Adi is the worker.
Good morning, sir. May I sit?
Yes, sure.
Sir, I hear that you are in need of a worker.
Yes, we are in need of worker.
Sir, I can work for you, but I need one commitment from you.
What commitment?
Sir, it's my humble request to please give me holidays on occasion, and I will not do overtime.
Yes, we will make sure.
Thank you so much, sir.
Later.
Sir, my shift is over. May I go home?
No, I have more work for you.
Sir, but you give me commitment that I will not do overtime.
But you have to.
Sir, this is not fair.
So here is the principle of Fayol's is not getting followed. Both of them should honor their commitment. Otherwise, it will lead to management conflicts. and the desired goal should not be achieved.
Next principle of management is unity of command. According to Fuel, there should be one and only one boss for every individual employee. If an employee gets order from the two superior at the same time, the principle of unity of command get violated.
So where we have to arrange these books?
Right hand side.
Okay.
Sir, where we have to arrange these books?
Both the superiors are giving different commands. What to do?
Yes, what we have to do?
We are getting confused.
Here, both the superior are giving different direction and command, due to which it leads to confusion between the employees. Hence, there should be one and only one boss.
So now we are going to explain another Henry Fayol's principle, that is scalar chain, and in this Aditya is the manager.
Because there is an order to produce 500 units in next 2 months.
Now I have provided this information to all the people of organization.
As you can see, scalar chain means the authority which runs from top to bottom, including the superior and subordinate. You can see if Vikas wants to communicate with Piyush, then he has to transfer all his youth. That is, Vikas first communicate with Kirti, and then to Sahil, then to Anubhav, and then to Manoj, and then to Nishna, and at the end to Piyush.
It's a very time-consuming process. Why we can't directly contact to each other?
If we communicate to each other directly, the supervisor will not be able to get any information that what is happening in the organization. Now, we will acknowledge you about the gang plan.
Because there is an urgent order to produce 50 units in next month.
There is order to produce 15 units per month.
Here, the Fayol's principle is not getting followed.
No, Fayol's law is getting followed. According to Fayol, this chain could not be volunteered in the normal course of formal communication. However, in emergency, then Vikas will directly communicate to the Piyush, and this is called gang plan.
The next principle of Fayol is centralization. Concentration of decision-making authority in one hand. It's referred to centralization.
Sir, how many goods should I deliver to your shop today?
I have to check it, then I'll let you know.
Excuse me, sir. Can you please grant me 2 truck registers of classmates?
I don't know how should I manage all these things. I can't even manage it.
Decentralization. When decision-making authority is divided into more than one person is known as decentralization.
I have divided your work as a finance manager, you are sales manager, or you are a marketing manager. You all have to do your work effectively and report me about each and every production unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, in centralization, the decision-making authority is only given to a one person. And in decentralization, the decision-making authority is divided into various departments of manager. Hence, we can see the centralization and decentralization can given according to the size of the organization.
Now, the next principle is remuneration of employees. In this, Anubhav is the boss and rest are the workers. All going well?
Yes, sir.
Sai, since you are working here from so long, so we should get increment in our salaries.
Now we go to boss and ask about him. Sir, we want to talk about something.
Yes.
So we want increment in our salaries from 12,000 to 15,000.
It's not possible for organization. I cannot give you 15,000. I'll give you 13,500 to both of you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
So, there the Field's principle of remuneration of employees is applied. As both of the organization and employees are satisfied, there will be ensure a good relationship between the organization and the employees.
So the next principle of management is order. According to Henry Fewell, people and management must be in their suitable place that can enhance the probability and the efficiency of order. We have different department of sports and stationery. You can have look according to your needs.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. What's going on here? We are not able to see the proper management here. In stationery department, book department material are present. What is going on here? We have never maintained the proper management here.
Here, the customer are getting confused while selecting the product because the things are not in their own place. Here we have to apply the principle of order.
Now we are going to show you the next principle of management, which is initiative. In this act, Aditya is the manager, Muskan and Nishtha is the superior, and rest are the workers.
So we have to produce 500 units in next 2 months with full effectively and efficiently. Yes, Mr.
But how can we reduce the cost?
Yes, this is a good question. Any ideas? Yes, sir.
If we purchase raw material in bulk, it will reduce cost of raw material and increase profit margin.
Very good, sir. Good job.
It's a very nice idea.
Yes.
As you can see here, the worker side has been encouraged to develop and carry out his plan from improvements for his organization.
I'm going to explain another principle, that is unity of direction. Here is a company which manufactures both car and motorcycle, and Aditya is the supervisor in this act.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Piyush? Yes, okay. Wait, sir. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. You like that? Wait. Wait. All of you go to your work.
So our car manufacturing company is in profit, but our motorcycle company is suffering from loss.
Yes, I know. How should I manage all these things?
So, now as you can see, there is only one superior which can focus on only one task. But by following the principle, unity of direction, we can introduce a new superior in an organization. And such changes can be noticed. So, Nishtha is the new superior. And in this, car manufacture is controlled by Aditya and motorcycle manufacture is controlled by Nishtha.
Yes, Vikas? Okay. Anubhav? Yes, Kirti?
By having two superiors, our both the company is in profit.
So, as you can see, by following the principle, that is unity of direction, each group of the activities having same objective and one must have one plan and one head. So, this will also ensure one head and one plan. This will also help to reduce the overlapping of the activities.
The next principle of management is stability of personnel. Once the personnel gets selected, he or she must have a fixed service period in a job and should not be moved from one job position to another position.
Neha, you have been selected as a makeup artist in our film production team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Neha, can we talk?
Yes, ma'am.
We apologize as we cannot continue with you as a makeup artist now.
Okay. It's okay, ma'am.
So here the makeup artist is selected for a short period of time and we can see an instability of job. Therefore, fair principle has been violated, hence there should be stability of personnel.
Our next principle of management is subordination of individual interest to general interest. Interest of an organization should take priority over the interest of any individual employee. According to Fayol, because every worker has some individual interest for working in a company and even company has get its own objective.
Sir, can I get increment in my salary?
No, increase your productivity, then I would increase your salary. I want maximum output in the organization.
Here, the interest of a manager is conflicting towards the interest of employee, as manager wants maximization in profit and employee wants increase in salary. There should be subordination of individual interest in general interest.
Now we are going to explain equity. Here, Manoj is boss and Muskan and Piyush are worker.
Muskan and Piyush, sir is calling you. Here is your monthly salary. Piyush 15,000, Muskan 10,000.
Sir, we have done the same work. Why are salaries unequal?
So, here's the Fayol principle is not applied. That is, both should get fair wages and treated fairly. There should be no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion and etc.
Okay, I will give you equal salary.
Okay, thank you, sir.
The last principle of management is esprit de corps. According to Fayol, management should promote team spirit and unity of harmony among employees and should replace I with we in his conversation with the employees.
I want coordination and proper management in my organization. All the work is performed myself only. I have to report to the top level management. I want maximum output.
We have to work together and foster our team spirit. We have to work with coordination.
Yes, ma'am.
Here one manager is looking towards himself only and the other manager is replacing his words with we in all his conversation. In order to foster team spirit, this will rise to mutual trust and belonging among team members.